Dana, we got Bill Hader, one of our all-time favorites, I have to say, and for most of the audience that likes SNL, you hear his name pop up a lot in those, sort of first ballot Hall of Fame
He's
guys.
in the conversation.
He's in the conversation as a high qual.
Right. We love to, use numbers. He's number 7. She's number 3. But let's just say he's in the conversation.
He's up there.
Of the pantheon.
Up there and very humble. A nice guy. I see him outside of the podcast sometimes.
Yeah.
Good dude. Grounded. We went to the same community college. Hilarious.
Oh,
Hilarious.
I know. That is funny.
And I didn't know, and it's so funny how many years could go by where I went to the most random Scottsdale Community College.
And it really, Scottsdale Community College comes up a lot on this podcast from different sources. Scottsdale Community College.
The artichokes, that's what our mascot is. It's not a joke.
And the team always artichoked.
Yeah, we did. I don't think they're top that much anything.
I hit a chord there.
Yeah, it stung a little bit. But Bill has so many characters on SNL along with everything else he's been doing. But I like the one where he plays the Vietnam vet that has a puppet.
Yeah, he's got so many. He's extremely funny. We do get into and it was sort of interesting to hear him go into it more than I've heard about it, that he had big time panic attacks before he go out on it. And we all had a version of panic attacks.
At that terrifying cauldron at SNL 8H.
Yeah, before you go out there, 2 minutes, cast for Frankenstein's baby, you have 3 minutes. And we all get but he apparently was really, really had to manage that, and then he'd go out there and crush. But yeah, it's interesting.
Well, let's stop boring everyone and then bore Bill with when we bored him.
Our goal was to make the intro longer than the actual podcast.
We're doing pretty good.
We did pretty good. Right.
Yeah.
Here's our
here he
good
is.
friend, Billy Hader.
We should let Bill talk at some point in this, but not right away.
Oh, that's okay. I like watching you guys.
You've talked enough, right?
Yeah.
This is a conversation.
Bill Hader. Hang on.
We're not narcissists, but you can ask us questions too.
Yeah. This is more of a discussion.
Oh, I'm moderating. Oh, that's how your podcast goes. I moderate a discussion between you two. That's what I guess. About your relationship and your time.
Bill Hader. Look how much I prepared.
I know. I was like, Bill Hader, I know the name.
Yeah.
and I know his game. I know his game.
Fucking dude. He's got some game, Dana. This guy's
motherfucker broke all the rules.
Yeah.
And I love him for it. The rules are every fucking guy holding his dick walking into a bar says, I'd like to direct. And everyone goes, yeah. Here's what you do, kid. You put on the makeup, you dance like a clown, they pay you. You dance. You're a clown. He goes, no, I'm not. I'm Martin Scorsese. No, you're a fucking bozo, a fucking clown. Now take this fucking movie from Paramount. We'll give you 20 large up front. So Bill says, all right, go ahead, Bill.
Oh my God. Mr. Michaels, I would.
Oh, was it Lauren asking you to do a character movie?
Yeah, I think Lauren wanted. He wanted to do a character movie. Yeah, but
maybe this summer. Maybe when you're on break.
Maybe. Well, it was a hard one to do. He wanted to do a Stefan one, and then I think John Mulaney and I were like, it didn't work as a sketch.
That's a good reason.
You know what I mean? We're like, it died. It died twice at the table, and then we did it, a couple of times at dress, and it was terrible. It was low energy, weird thing that never worked. And so then it was like, oh, okay. and
Well, let's just shoot it and look at the whole movie and see.
we can burn it if it doesn't work. We can burn it,
And if you get a little burned or singed, it happens.
and we'll take it outside, and Marcy will set it on fire. We've done this before. We set it on
Marcy,
fire.
get the wizard lighter fluid on my desk
Marcy,
next to the certs.
Lauren, I'm going to fly, Lauren. I fly now. Marcy, you don't fly. Look at the Book of Lauren, page 7, the Stefan movie.
Lauren.
The Book of Lauren.
Oh, wait, did you guys have things? Yeah, we had we can do a movie, and then we were like, well, it doesn't work as a sketch. It kind of just works on update.
It went from a sketch to update or update to a sketch?
It did not work as a sketch, and then it was Doug Abels who was running update going, I need something. What about that club kid thing you did?
Give me that thing that bombed. Do you still have it?
You know what
It's
I mean?
on my desk. Get it in here.
No, that's very...
Do you know what I mean? Where it was just
Well,
like,
updates
we're light
updates
and
a little less pressure in a weird way. It's just you doing it directly, and if they buy it, they buy it. You don't have to rely on a whole thing.
It worked better when it was like, because I don't know. Do you guys remember? It's just like
I
low
remember
energy weird shit. Just didn't. But just that feeling of like, oh, I got a low energy weird thing.
Right.
This isn't going to work.
And how do you do that in a 90-minute corporate funny vehicle?
Yeah, you can't.
We couldn't even take Hans and Franz off their set. We got to get them off their set. So we put them in a campground scene with Al Franken. Death!
Oh, in a sketch? What about the movie?
Then we got him on the set, and then we're pointing. No, we had the movie written, Hans and Franz, the Girly Man Dilemma, but that went... That's
that
for my
would have been good.
podcast.
I think that would have been good, though.
Oh, wait.
Let's get back to Bill Hader.
You tried taking them off the set, and it didn't work.
No, I put Church Lady.
You wrote a sketch. You guys do that all. It happens all the time where you go like, oh, let's not do the same thing over and over again.
Right.
And then you realize, like, no, that's what they like is seeing.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like they go, Dana, they go, Hans and Franz, here you are in the gym for 19 sketches, and they put you in like a store, and they're like, who the fuck are these two people? Like, no one even understands the sketch.
Hey, not cool.
Yeah, not cool. Put them in the fucking gym. I know the jokes, and I will laugh. I know how to do this.
But you're at home base. You're screaming at the audience right behind the camera. Yeah, you Curly Man, you losers. And then we're over in the corner in 8H in a quiet campground scene. Yeah, would you like another Wiener Schnitzel? Nothing.
You like some s'mores?
So I
you
think
want
it
them
was
cooked
why.
a
I
little
think
singed?
Stefan is brilliant, but I think it might have been a wise decision. That would have been a
No,
challenge.
the sketch did not work. I mean, it just never worked.
You know,
It was just,
Bill,
you could hear your footfalls on the, it was one of those things where I could hear if I like placed a glass on a table in the sketch, you could hear
it's
it.
loud.
It was just dying. It was like,
Yeah, just
oh, that's
the
dying
tiniest
so
little-
bad.
Well, Bill, your next question to us is, was there a Gap Girls movie? Which is a good, fair question. There was not. But there
That
was
would've
some-
worked.
There was.
Wait, did you guys write a Gap Girls?
You got scared. You go, did you do one? Uh-oh, I didn't see it. No, we didn't write it, but
He got scared.
we
Would not get scared. I know it didn't happen.
no, it didn't happen, but it was sort of when I thought movies were very easy to come by because I was delusional because one summer we did Tommy Boy, Lauren had a deal with Paramount. It was sort of easy, like, and then next summer, why don't you guys do Black Sheep? And we're like, great. And then next summer, maybe you guys could do Gap Girls movie. And the things that had against it were me writing it, which was probably the first thing. And
Hey, come on
then
now.
I was running out of sketch ideas that were 4 minutes long. So I remember we did one about Jeopardy because Gapperty just sounded like a funny name for a sketch. And then, but there was no
Gapperty?
sketch. And so I go, if me, Farley, and Adam are the contestants, it'll be funny. And Courtney Cox was the host, and we have to ask her about that because that was the first time I wrote something, and I was so joyous that it was on, and I was
Just your name on it. That's just solely you?
for Gap's Girls,
Wow.
and then I do it, and Courtney goes, I don't really have a thing to play as the host, and I was like, oh, I didn't even think about any other character. It's so rude. Like
I had that problem.
I'm so worried about our shit and trying to get Farley to make sure everything he says is in all caps.
What was your catchphrase for Gap Girls? What was your catchphrase?
I don't know if there was one. I mean,
the thing everybody remember was lay off.
Oh, lay off me! I'm starving.
I'm starving. That was the
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was my proudest writing moment. Was that one because
lay off me? I'm starving.
That one worked.
Destroyed.
Yeah, and also in that one, Bill, there was a in rehearsal. It says, like we're at the mall. At the food court, and then we see the girls from Donut Hut. Everyone knows the sketch. I mean, I don't even know why I'm explaining it. And Schneider comes in notes with Sarah Gilbert as Donut Hut sluts, and we argue with them. Obviously, there's a rivalry, and then at the end of the week, they go, "We'll see you guys Friday," and then it goes away to a card. It says 3 days later of the mall, and then it comes back, and then in rehearsal, I go, "Isn't it weird? We're all wearing the same thing we did 3 days later." And we laugh. So I go, "Hey, Adam, on the live show, I go, when we do that, when we come back, I'm going to say that." And you say, "I don't think we are." And I go, "Trust me, we are." Because it's only 5 seconds of real time.
Yeah.
And so we added that, which was fun. And then lay off me, I'm starving. Farley fucking nailed. And then I said, we can't do a movie. I'm out. That's it. I don't want to wear.
All right, let's talk about Bill's
this
SNL.
this story has 20 more minutes.
Wait, hold on, David. What was the one where you said you were the contestant on a thing and you said, "Oh, that's sweet."
Oh, sweet. That was Keith Weaver's Spaz.
Oh my God! I get in my Scirocco.
It's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be sweet.
God dang.
Well, what we do for money.
Is that in Arizona? Wait, real quick. Is that an Arizona dude, or is that?
No, that was just. I had a guy that used to talk like this in class, and so when you get assigned a sketch, they go, "Can you be sort of a whatever?" So that one just sounded funny because I don't really do big characters, and that one sounded funny. And my friend had a Scirocco and it was all whited out, and it was very cool, and it had white rims, everything. Scirocco over at SCC.
Oh yeah, that's where I just did I just did a talk at SCC.
Oh, you did?
We went to the same community college, Dana, but
Scottsdale.
I went out of state to go to a community.
This is the funniest story. He's from Oklahoma, right? And then
from Oklahoma to Arizona.
And I went to Arizona to the Art Institute of Phoenix because my grades were so bad and they didn't care. And then when I was there, a guy there was like, well, at Scottsdale Community College, they're shooting stuff on film. And I went, oh, this is in 97 or something when shooting on video was lame. And so we went there and and they were like, David Spade.
Yeah, I went there because they had tennis. It was a little different, but
what was the mascot of Scottsdale Community?
Artichoke.
The Artichokes? Okay.
It was the Artichokes.
That's hysterical.
And then I worked on Mill Avenue at a movie theater. I worked at Centerpoint Movie Theater.
I love it. Yeah, down in Tempe.
As an usher or running the film, or what were you doing?
I was an usher. And I looked like Charles Manson. I had like a long beard and long hair with the cummerbund and the little tie on.
Cummerbund.
So the idea when you're the type of usher who would then, when there wasn't many people around, just sit in on movies, you'd be that kind of guy?
Yeah, I would sit and watch movies. The guy that there's a guy I worked with, and he had this whole thing about like you can't bring food into the theater, outside food into the theater, and I became like really obsessed with nailing people because it was just fun to be like, whoa, no, I was just like, and this one dude I forget his name, but he was such a like, just kind of a stoner guy, and we were out. I was by the concession stand, and this guy came in with a wedding cake.
Just to sit
and his ticket stub in his mouth. And he was like, "Hey, can I put this in the back? I was just gonna go see a movie." So one, I'm like, who brings a wedding cake to a movie? And two, I was like, went to this stoner guy. I'm like, did you not see the guy with the fucking wedding cake? You tore his tickets and you put the stubs back in his mouth. He was like, "Oh yeah, man. The guy seemed, he had a cake."
Yeah. I just saw Spider-Man, and the usher goes, they like overhelp. He goes, "I'll walk you to the theater." I go, "I think I got it." And he goes, "It's 3 hours, dude." And I go, "Oh," immediate buzzkill. I go, "Oh, it is?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, and at the end, all the Spider-Mans. I go, "Hey, don't be like spoiler
Easy.
guy. Just let me get in there."
Easy.
Take it down a peg.
Yeah,
Kiko,
fucking
okay?
guy.
Hey, go.
Come on. What are you, the false ending guy or something?
And he's going down the river like Kurtz.
Colonel Kurtz is a great Dennis. One of his go-to, like Colonel Kurtz up there in the
Going
cave,
down the river like Kurtz.
getting that sponge on his head in the cave, shooting for the Oscar, right? Like the way the Sheen Cat hides in the shallows. Okay.
I have all these sketches of Bill's I want to go over, but
while we're here in his youth, because we'll kind of maybe we can go. Hey, we're just making this up, Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
But we know you're a filmophile, so you go to the theater, you're seeing films. Do you remember the first film? Because I could say 2001 for me in a theater or on television. The first film or TV show when you went, holy shit, what the fuck is this?
It was like always like I was at a sleepover at this kid's house, and his older brother was like, we were 12, and like, the 15-year-old older brother came in and was like, "I'm going to show you this movie, Taxi Driver."
Whoa.
Wow.
And we all were like, "What?"
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
12.
we can't be watching this,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this is really intense. But there was a scene in that movie where, with all the violence and stuff in it, there's a scene where Robert De Niro takes Sybil Shepherd to a porno movie that's still like one of the most embarrassing
that's great
things I've ever seen in a thing ever. It's just impossible to watch, and it's so bad. It's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
But then afterwards, he calls her, and it's him on a payphone in a hallway, seeing if she got these flowers he sent her. And he's like, "I didn't know you didn't like those kind of movies or whatever." And it was so embarrassing to watch. And then as it was happening, the camera just dollied off of him as he's talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh, wow, the movie doesn't want to watch this. Like, it was like, oh, you're allowed to do that. It like unlocked this thing in my head where I was like, so it was weird. This weird night where this older brother thought he was kind of like, fucking us up or whatever. And instead I got like really jazzed by that. It was hard after that to be like, let's watch The Natural.
Yeah.
Or like whatever movies my friends wanted to watch. It was like, no, I want to.
But that's so interesting that you think they just show, like when I see movies, they show that guy, and then you cut and show that guy talking. And even dolly shots are weird. And then you fade off them. And in your head to think, oh, it's because he's boring and it's odd and it's getting extra. And you go, oh, yeah, are you allowed to do that? And then.
Yeah, it's like an emotional thing. It was like, it felt intuitive and emotional, and it was like, oh, I don't want to watch this, so let's give them some space.
Could I
that's so cool.
Connect the dots on that a teeny bit with you, Bill? I was watching the episode where you're going to go kill the guy. He ends up being a martial artist, and then you have a fight with the daughter on Barry.
Yeah.
Well, when you come in and we know he's the mark, you come in and you stay on him a long time, and we just hear your voice.
Yeah.
Talking about it's not going to happen. It's going to be okay. But there's no shot of you at that point. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just reminds me. It had some visceral, emotional.
Yeah. You kind of like, it was like an instinctive thing of like, oh, you don't know what he's looking at. And then the reveal that I'm in this like weird costume.
Spider-Man almost or something.
Yeah. This weird, like one of the guys, terrorists at Munich games or something. Like he had this weird look, and then, but but yeah, that's what I mean. You kind of go like, well, it takes a while to get that kind of confidence
to do that.
The crew looks at you like you're nuts.
You're not doing coverage. What? Yeah.
We ended up shooting a 2-shot of us because the DP and other people were like, I don't get this. And I just went, okay, we'll shoot this. And then and then you get in the edit and say, well, I kind of want it this way.
Well, I think, that's Barry, which we'll get to in a little bit. But So as you're going along, just a few more touchstones. What Deer Hunter? Are you like kind of the darker kind of films?
Yeah, those kind of movies were always. There's a movie Last Detail with Jack Nicholson. I love.
That was Hal Ashby and Judd Apatow talked about that.
Yeah, I love that film.
Yeah,
Judd directed that. Hey, Bill, what about
Jack?
What about
Jack Nicholson? If you could just,
he goes,
"This Judd."
You could just say like, I think my balls hurt. This Last Detail, they had the big god mic.
Yeah.
Randy, before you, no, Randy, look at him and be like, oh, geez, I guess I got my semen all over the place.
Think of your gun as a horse's cock. Your gun is like a horse's cock.
When Judd does a thing and it doesn't land, there's always a pause, and then he goes,
Judd said Deer Hunter could have been a half hour longer. No, but
Really?
No, I'm kidding. But I saw.
I would have.
What about in Taxi?
He makes fun of that.
Oh, we make fun of it because I showed him my HBO my new Netflix special. It's an hour 6. He goes, I think it could be 2 hours. Let me see it. I go, well, no, there's not even that many. Not that much material. I'll find it. But what about in Taxi Driver that stood out to me? This is the tiniest thing, but when he's embarrassing, going the thing that says, "I've got to get organized."
Organized, yeah, the card,
and she's like, "What?" I gotta.
Oh yeah, I gotta get organized. Yeah, it's on his wall. No, it's like I gotta get organized.
That was something my mom had.
Yeah, and then he's like, this thing that says I gotta get organized, and she's like, and then he buys her a record that she says she already has. Like this whole thing is just awkward. Where you're like, dude, just like stop it. This is so sad.
Yeah.
And you're 12 watching that.
I'm 12 watching this.
Yeah.
The girls are like a total mystery to me. And I'm like, okay, don't do any of this.
Right. I thought it was like a lesson in how to do it.
Yeah.
But I told Dana I saw Tommy when I was 12. Remember Tommy? And it scared me and I got a stomach ache.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it.
The beans, the scene in Tommy with all the... remember the scene with the beans where, isn't it like Anne Margaret or someone?
Yeah.
Like,
makes no sense. Scared me. Oh, Acid Queen, when she threw... The guy got fire and it burned his face at the beginning with Tina Turner. I don't know what the fuck. I just saw Grease before that. I'm like, what's going on here? Let's keep it light, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that one was rough.
What's going on?
I always liked a lot of those. Yeah, but I also like love Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect movie.
The Godfather and,
never can watch that any day of the week. Godfather. What about Alien? How did you find Alien?
Like Once Upon a Time in the West. You remember that
movie? Yeah, with Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda was the bad guy.
I'm gonna shoot you right now if the last thing I ever do. I'm Henry Fonda.
Now that you've said my name, he shoots a kid.
Oh, you shot a kid?
Yeah, he shoots a kid.
Yeah, the old gunslinger, one of those spaghetti westerns.
This guy goes, we got them all, right? When he says his name, he goes, well, now that you've said my name. And he turns around and shoots a kid, and you're like, Jesus Christ. I was like, geez, let's relax.
Yeah.
Sergio.
But,
yeah, I like all those 70s movies. And then a big one, what a big one I saw in the theater was, and it's a weird one, was I took a girl to go, like my first, you're going with somebody.
Date. Okay.
Date.
Yeah.
And she wanted to go see Father the Bride with Steve Martin, and I took her to go see Barton Fink.
Oh,
all
wow.
Right. That was...
And she was like, okay, thanks. Well... we never really need to speak.
Not a panty dropper.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, that movie was amazing. It's still one of my. I love that film.
The Coen brothers.
Who was that? Turturro?
Yeah. Who did it? Turturro was in it.
John Goodman.
John Goodman are just.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
John Goodman. I don't have.
He was great when he hosted the show.
John Goodman, speaking of Saturday Night Live, which is sort of the theme of our show, kind of. John Goodman could do anything, and he's one of those guys that read through with the 55 scripts. He's one of those incredible cold readers. That's a thing that's
talent.
So difficult.
I don't know how people do that. I remember. And did you guys ever have people who were terrible at the table?
Yes.
You were like, this is going to be a bloodbath. And then we're just amazing. Like they came in and they were like, oh, they're just not good cold readers, or they kind of save it.
Well,
or something happens when they're up in front of a live audience that it suddenly clicks and you're like, oh, get out of the way.
Yeah. I think there's a gradient scale. I mean, you could go to some mild dyslexia or whatever's going on, but some people can really, like Dennis Miller and Phil Hartman could look at a cue card and just grab it so fast.
Yeah.
And they never would stumble a little bit. But even good readers, it's such a task to not trip up a word, reverse a word.
I tripped over stuff constantly. I did my 6th show. I played Vincent Price.
Oh, yeah.
And Lauren
One of my favorites.
came up to me. Lauren came up to me right before the band's playing. And I'm, my 6th show and I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, Dana, you talked about it. Like, I would have a full-blown panic attack before every show. I would go into that bathroom that was by the big makeup area.
There was a boys and girls.
The bathroom way at the end of the hall.
Yes.
Right after the meeting before, it was like, and Lauren would be like, this week, we're about to go on break and people are going to say it was a good show or a bad show,
So it'd be really, really nice if it was like
it'd be really, really nice if you could say.
I love that about Lauren.
Yeah.
So when you panic attack in there, just for a second, so you go and you sit down, you're by yourself. Are you just hyperventilating?
Standing up.
Okay.
I go into a stall, standing up, and I would just hyperventilate. I'll be honest, cry a little bit.
Of course.
Shaking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just have a full. And then the thing was that Jenna, who was our stage manager when I was there, who's one of my favorite human beings on the planet, is great. But she had, I think, part of your job when you're that, you should be a little calm before air.
You'd think.
Be like, 5 minutes to air.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it would get
5 minutes to air.
Yeah.
Like her voice shaking, and I'm going, I'm going to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
So I was in Vincent Price, and it was like the second sketch after monologue, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like about to pass out, and Lauren goes, I like this, but why now?
Very Lauren.
And then we did it, and if you watch the very first one, as Eva Longoria, I think, was the host, I stumble the first minute. I stumble over like every other line.
Wow.
I'm so like discombobulated and wait, what did that mean? And what did I just say?
Well,
and,
also new cast is hard to get the cards down. It's not so simple. It takes a while.
How to look at it. Of course, you were the host in that, but do you think this is kind of like unhealthy what we did there? I mean, I ended up having a botched bypass a couple of years after. I mean, when what was our blood pressure in our first few shows?
Yeah, no,
our
I have
hearts.
Like a weird autoimmune thing that affects the retina of my left eye, and I've gone to so many people about it. I've lost vision in this eye, like all this stuff, and everybody's like,
really?
It might have. I'm like, could stress have caused this? And they're like, well, yeah.
You weren't on Saturday Night Live, were you? You're like, yes.
Were you on Saturday Night Live?
Saturday Night Live?
How are you?
How many stents do you have?
David, did you have any sort of post-traumatic health issues, or did you have anything that
It stunted my growth for sure. I'm 5'7".
Okay.
But I will tell you that before, you were just saying, when I was on the 8th floor, I would go by the elevators and take a left, and there's a bathroom back there. And I would just stand there and look at my script in the stall and just go, oh my God. And GE would come in and go out, and everyone would, he'd come with his full amp, and I'm like, not here.
He was the coolest.
No one knows
Smith.
how loud it is in that room when you're like doing the actual show and the band kicks in. You can't hear anything. It's crazy. So I would get really sick, and I think when I moved to New York, I was this fun kid from Arizona, and I was of course smashed down because I didn't have any nutrients. I didn't know what carbs were back then, so it was pizza, it was pasta. I didn't have a glass of water for 6 years. I didn't.
Same here.
It was Diet Coke, and then my hair got brown because I didn't know it could get brown, but it was dark
no
all the
sun.
time. Yeah, there's sun 10 minutes a day when it's like the buildings are
so
straight up
vitamin
and the
D
sun's
deficient.
directly at noon. And so I got like sort of gray, and I felt weak and sickly. I was like Powder, you know that movie Powder. So I'm sort of that guy. And then I wasn't really, if I look at it now of how much I pay attention to eating and food and what goes in, and I did not at all then, and then add all the stress of like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be in show business. I can't barely make it here. And it's just so much every day. That's all you think about. It had to affect something. I mean, it's sort of my own doing, but it had to affect something.
The first church chat, I popped a tooth. You know, well, isn't that
really?
No, I made that up. I made that up.
I would believe it.
I know, because I'm just thinking it's like.
Wasn't the first church chat your first show, and it became the cold open?
Yeah, it became the first sketch after Update. I was in a cold open with Phil and Jan, and I didn't even know I was in the cold open in essence. But then the church lady was the first, and there's church chat. If people care, but her hand came up, his hand, my hand, that character's hand. Sorry, I have the dress in the closet, and it was drenched in sweat. It was pure, and yet to be that adrenalized, that blood pressure, heart pounding, and then pretend to be relaxed was such a difficult thing. But I want to go over some of your seminal, incredible sketches, but just quickly. The acclamation point for me, I believe in a way I was maybe the best I was on the show, like my last two shows. I mean, I think it took me 5 years to get to have fun, put it that way. Because I see the panic attacks, but when I saw, and I've said this to you and Fred Armisen, you know, Batman and Robin, you guys, I always connected you too because of all the great stuff you did, is that I said, how do you guys seem to be having so much fun that last season? And you said, well, we knew it was our last season, so we kind of, in a good way, didn't give a fuck. And then you have fun, and then you're great. So that process did happen for you, right? At some point, you got calmer.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it was still nervous. I was still going to the bathroom stall, but I wouldn't like have. It was more like what David's saying. You would have your script, and you would just kind of read through your stuff and just have a quiet moment by yourself, and then be like, all right, let me center myself. But then, Fred was so loose on the show. Mm-hmm. I never saw him get nervous. And so he a lot of times, and I'm also a very soft touch. Like I break constantly. So I think that was what he would bring to it.
He loved to break you.
Well, just also as a way of like
his commitment.
So amped up.
Yeah.
It was just he would just do little things. It was never big things.
Yeah.
Like he did a sketch he wrote called Short-Term Memory Theater.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And the whole thing is I'm the doctor who's worked with all these patients, and we're going to run a play. And you'll see that none of these people forget their lines because they had short-term memory loss. But
you keep hammering it home that there's absolutely no way they will.
I hammer it home. It's like they will not. You mark my word, they will not miss a single line. And then 80 Bryant comes out, immediately goes up on her lines, and I have to cue her. And that's the bit is that I'm cueing everybody.
I just watched that. It's so fucking hilarious.
Fred, it's supposed to be in the 40s, like like a Arthur Miller play or something. And Fred, to fuck with me, came in a present day New York Giants jacket.
I saw that. And he goes,
and then I said, give me the jacket. And he said, is the play over?
Dude, I wrote down something from that because you go, because I just watched it and I was laughing, and Vince Vaughn is in it too, right? Vince Vaughn. Yeah. And you go, you go, it has my keys in it. You go, Jana has everyone's keys. Because they're all obviously they can't be without their shit. I thought it was so funny. And then I watched 5 years in a row that were home runs. And this is, I kept going, you have to laugh in this one. When you were doing the one where you're fucking screaming as a fireman, I was like, I didn't know where it was going. And you start going crazy. I go, there's no way. You kept saying, what? And you,
that was John Solomon and Rob Klein wrote that one, and I don't know where it came from. It was just one of those great things where you come to the table and
it's a fucking home run, and
they're like, "Yeah, we went nuts last night. You're this like very effeminate firefighter that's mad that your girlfriend's there with."
And Adam Levine, by the way,
Adam Levine, and Jim Downey was there, and Jim Downey was laughing really hard
for sure
when he was losing his mind during that sketch. And then we came into a dress rehearsal, and then we came into the meeting before air, and they had all the cards up, and Downey started crying, laughing, and I was like, why is Downey laughing?
That's interesting.
And he goes, the name of that sketch is The Firehouse Incident.
That's the funniest part for him.
And he goes, it's so needlessly mysterious.
Yeah, that Jim does have that capacity to identify exactly why it's funny.
He was like, he goes, it's needlessly mysterious.
Yeah.
And that we were just, that's my memory of doing that show, is being in the meeting just crying.
Oh, to make Downey laugh is big. Also, I thought it was when everyone plays it straight. Adam Levine, I'll give it to him too. When everyone plays it straight, it's so hilarious, and it's asking a lot of everyone to A, not laugh, and B, just play it straight. And then I think Cicely or someone comes over and goes out of nowhere, "Hey, I guess they just canceled the B in apartment C," and you go, "What? The B in C?
Not
the B in C? Oh my God."
I think I grab a dog and I yell, "Open the window," and they all say no.
You fit attacks you,
and then the dog attacks me. Yeah.
And we're not.
That was one of those ones where it's just like a gift that the writers were like, I don't know what happened, but they wrote another one with me where I was like this guy in the guy in a puppet class. I was like,
traumatized.
Anthony Coleman.
Yeah.
And that was another one where you go to the table and there's like a sock puppet on your pile of scripts with a little note on it, like,
nice,
puppet class, could you use this please, John and Rob?
Hysterical.
And you're like figuring it out as you go along. Those guys, my last season, because Mulaney had left, and John Solomon and Rob Klein really wrote some great stuff for me that last season.
Those two right there are like, by the way, I was wondering during puppet class how it must be a little hard to get your lines, get the puppet, get them to kiss, get around and try to kiss and everything you had to do was like two things going on at once, and make sure the camera's on your face and then the puppet's face. They had to do that. So those can be complicated, and then it comes off without a hitch.
Yeah, that one, the most difficult thing, everybody was like, oh, was it making the puppet smoke? And that was, those things where like they cut to someone else, and then you have, was Flanagan there with you guys? The guy who made shit? That guy Flanagan? No. Anyway, Flanagan was the guy who made the puppet. He would be there, and then they're hooking shit up to you real fast.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus, this is and then, what they don't see is the guys are all like on the floor right at, your feet.
Right. Yeah.
It's complicated.
It was one of those things where the smoke came out. You're like, oh, thank God that fucking works. Cause you're just like,
yeah. Doesn't work all during the week.
And they're doing like that. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, please.
We had barf ones where they put the barf in a tube up your arm, and then I think it was Fred Wolf wrote one where maybe it was Alec Baldwin, and every cop that walks up to the scene and goes, God damn, and then they go, wah, and everyone starts barfing.
They would come out before you could get it.
And it's even funnier, but if it doesn't come out, it sucks. Yeah, and there's a guy pumping next to him going, give him more gas, Joe, and you're like, we're live.
We can't
give more gas.
Yeah,
I had a host once, right? I had a puppet. It was a different sketch, but I had a puppet that was supposed to throw up on a host, and the host was angry about it. The host didn't like that. Between dress and air and the meeting, they were like, "Oh, and hey, can we do something about that puppet?" And the host sounds off, and everybody's like, "Excuse me."
Oh no!
The host sounded off. Well, the writer who wrote that, I was like, second year cast member. So I was like, oh, geez, yeah, sure. Sorry, But the guy I wrote it with, it was his last show. So he was just quiet.
Did he go, hey, fuck you, we're doing it?
So we go over and we're doing the sketch. And I see him talking to the special effects guys. And the guys are pumping the water thing. And it was like, when you have like a pellet gun. And
the last couple.
Just getting hard. Yeah.
I hear them going. So we're doing the sketch and I go to pick this thing up. And I pick up the puppet and it's vibrating.
It's so full, ready to go.
Explode. And I was like, oh, Jesus. And on air, this stuff, it was like a fire hose. Just like, hit this guy right in the face. I was like,
And he's expecting nothing now instead of a little
He
bit.
was expecting like a water fountain.
Yeah.
We actually said, "Oh, I want it like a drinking fountain, like a little."
Right. And it just waylays him.
It hit so hard that the puppet flew off the thing, and so it was just the nozzle of the
On the air show?
Yeah. It was like,
Oh, I have to give you, like, speaking of all that kind of stuff, because it's hard sometimes to get all this shit on you when you're during a show. So you got a wig, but you did one with like a Hollywood type of show with Scarlett Johansson and Kristen Wiig. And Scarlett Johansson, first of all, is an unsung hero. She's kind of a sleeper because every sketch I see her in, she's great in.
yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, she's really committed, and
she kills it. And then that one was just a funny one where you two were acting like idiots. And it was just another surprising sketch.
yeah, it's Hollywood Dish. Yeah, it was the thing of you guys have done it where people interview you, and then while you're talking, they can't talk.
Yeah.
They're going,
right. And you explain that you can't overlap.
Yeah, like, yeah, so I was, and it's like,
making faces.
And they're mouthing words and stuff. And so Kristen and I think, had done press for something, and we were doing that the whole time. And then it was like, oh, we should probably write that,
Right. And you also had some different moves in it, though. So it wasn't like just that. It started to change up.
You know what? The one you saw, probably, I don't know if it was that one, because we did that one a couple of times. I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen, where at dress, there was a thing where I'm drinking a Slurpee and someone says something shocking. And I go, and I like throw the Slurpee full giant big gulp right into Wig's face.
Yeah.
And she just has tons of Slurpee over it. And then I throw a thing on her head. So we did it at dress. Perfect.
Of course.
On air, fully miss her. It goes in front of her, doesn't hit her at all.
Oh my God.
And I can, the only sound, and doesn't get a laugh because everybody was like, oh, something went wrong. And I can hear Lauren. It's so bad when you're at home base and I can hear Lauren under the bleachers going, "Ah, shit."
Oh, terrible. And didn't Kristen break? Fuck. Did she break on that sketch?
No, I don't.
Didn't. There's another one maybe.
What you see now is dress. Like, so he was like,
okay.
So when I got done, he was like, West Coast will see dress. Like, oh, good. Okay, good.
Well, you did a spit take in her fucking grill too, which was hysterical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize those are all the things that work, I get to SNL and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have these really cerebral, weird things, and it's like, no, what works is spitting into someone's face.
funny with the sound off, never
only
fails.
Funny with the sound off is perfect. Exactly.
What about Herb Welch?
Oh, that was based on that was John Mulaney and I wrote that. That was based on
a guy we all kind of know in a way. The
Another
guy who should
Hall
have
of
retired
Famer.
a long time ago. The video, out
he's
in the field.
It was like a YouTube video where the guys, they got in an argument on air, and the guy was like, "What'd you say?" That one was also from the combination of that, and then I was having to play. I always got cast as like reporters or game show hosts.
Why is that fun?
Like Phil Hartman was our guy doing that,
I was always the guy that was like, we need a setup, so they'll put me in going like, I'm here now at this school, where, whatever.
Yeah.
And so we were rehearsing with Emma Stone and for that sketch, and I had a microphone and I was just like hitting people with
hitting her in the face.
I was hitting her and I was hitting Wig and just fucking around with it. And then again, I go, oh, that's fun. And Mulaney was like, we should maybe write that up.
Oh, yeah.
That could be like, he was the guy that would go, what if we did that as a sketch? And I was like, oh, is that what we do here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Emma, again, good in that. And everyone was good. And then you go over. But did you only do that once, or did you do that a bunch of times?
We did it a couple of times.
So
we did it with
funny.
Anne Hathaway. We did it with
I
Jesse
saw
Eisenberg,
Emma.
I think. And then when I hosted the first time, I did it.
Oh, so you've done it too much, actually.
It has an improvisational vibe to it.
What the funny thing about Herb Welch was, this gave me a really interesting insight into TV critics. Was there was someone who would write, because when I was there at the after party, everybody's on their phone.
Oh,
what people are writing about the show.
Wow, we did not have that.
Yeah, so we would everybody is at their table going, so and so at this site hates it. So and so.
Oh, that fast! Wow.
We got a 7 out of 10 on the AV Club.
Couchpotato.com.
And you're just like, oh my god! And there was one guy who would do a scorecard every show.
Oh.
Everybody would read the scorecard. And he, at the end of the season, did his year roundup, and he was like, favorite sketch, least favorite sketch. And his least favorite character was Herb Welch.
No, he doesn't know shit.
What an idiot.
This is terrible. It's racist and misogynistic and terrible. And I'm like, well, he's like an ancient asshole. I don't think it's pro that.
Yeah.
The sketch isn't pro him. But
it's a grumpy old man.
Grumpy old man. But then then a year later, I was doing press for something, and they brought a guy in, and it was the guy that wrote this. So I'm talking about another thing with him. And then as he leaves, he goes, hey, can I tell you what character of yours I really love? I love Herb Welch.
What?
And I go, all right.
Wait a minute.
On the table, man. I got to be honest. You said he was the worst character in the, that year or whatever. And he goes, yeah, a guy I work with read that and was like kind of bummed out. And he goes, no, you should check it out. You really watch it. And I watched it again. And I was like, oh yeah, this is good.
Oh, that
so we're
just shows.
suffering.
And that kind of gave me a whole, I was like, oh, this is how it is with this show. You know what I mean? Like, it was like that day, that at that moment, the guy hated it. And now a year later, he's like, oh, it was really nice. And then the opposite will happen, where the thing they love, then you run into them, they're like, actually, I watched that again. It doesn't age well, or whatever.
Well, isn't it fun? Because I saw it this morning too, just seeing it again, which I love when I saw it. First of all, it's low energy in a way, like it's the opposite of the Firehouse incident. Yeah, it's getting huge laughs. So then you have the task of, I don't know if we could do it now, but Kristen Wiig is trans or something, and then Herb goes with the mic over her body.
Yeah.
Oh, over and over.
That, like, was that choreographed? Like, I'll do bump, 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 because the crowd's going crazy. Are you going a little bit more on the air show? Because
I think probably a little bit more. I started laughing because when I hit her in the crotch, Wig made a sound.
Right.
That she did a little sound, and I started laughing.
So you looked away a couple times.
I looked away because she went, like that.
And so instead of breaking in front of the crowd, you just looked away and came back at work
for a second because she was. But yeah, you're right. We probably you couldn't do that now.
Well,
a lot of those.
A lot of those. Yeah, a lot of those stuff.
I had Ching Change, in 1988.
I mean, there's stuff Downey wrote for us that. No way. Even at the time, I was like,
couldn't do it.
Jesus Christ, I don't know about this. All right.
I like when Downey goes, there's just something in the. Like
there's something about. There's something very funny about.
It's very precious. It's a little too precious.
There's just something very funny about.
See, when you say this line, you want to go up. And then when you go this one, now he's kind of this thing. It's like we act it out with you and get.
It's that whole thing. It's just more the idea. Yeah, I know.
He was good with rhythms.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Downey, but he would really go. It was,
he goes some places.
He was always goading me on Hollywood Minute to go harder. He goes, "You're a pussy. Yeah. You're a pussy. You're not doing this. Don't act like you're doing it." And I go, "I'll do it." And he goes, "No, you won't. Don't even talk about it." And I'd sit there and go, "First of all, you're the guy that's going to fire me." Because
exactly. And it's like, you don't have to go out there and
he's my boss, and then he wants me to do it, but he'd be like, "Hey, bad news, I have to fire you over that joke."
He's the one.
But I would say, Dana, I'm just jumping around, but when you said, Bill, that you were good the last year, when you were telling everyone you were really good on the show the last year, earlier.
Last 2, 3, whatever.
No,
whenever
I'm joking, but you got more relaxed, and I think the idea of that, I wanted to jump in from 10 minutes ago, is that I think you guys are in the same spot. Maybe not as much Dana or Bill, but I never knew if I was coming back, and every summer he'd say, "I don't know if he's right for the show, but we don't know if we're going to bring him back," to me, about me. And then they would at the last minute. And so you can't relax in that situation. And that's fair. It's a business. He doesn't know. And if he wants to cut me like a baseball team, he doesn't want to have a long-term deal. So I'm, going check to check going, if I don't get on for 3 shows or don't score, this is it. It's curtains. And so maybe you or possibly in that same position where it's your last year, you don't really care because there's no high stakes anymore. You're going anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I will also say, and you guys had this, I mean, you did Tommy Boy and Dana, what you were doing.
Wayne's World.
Were you still on Wayne's? You were still
I was on the show. Wayne's World.
Wayne's World came out.
Yeah.
Those were huge. I mean, did that give you guys a bit of confidence? Like,
oh,
when
yeah.
Tommy Boy came out where you were like, because I did Hot Rod after my first, and I was like, well, I was in a movie.
Yeah.
They won't cut me.
Andy Samborg.
I feel like there's some stock in me. Even if the movie didn't do well, they put me in a movie, I guess.
Yeah.
But, I was really naive too,
Yeah. I know what you're saying, and I sort of did. I think it was right in the Hollywood. It was probably 3 years. I was on 6. After 3, when I got to 4, I go, I think I'm going to push this through. Now, I was held as a feature player longer than Schneider, Rock, and Farley and Sandler. So I had an extra year. So I'm like, maybe it's just not for me. I mean, I'm not a big character guy. So I sort of saw what they saw, and I go, I can score maybe here and there, but I'm not a full utility player like they need here.
That's so funny you say that, because I was watching, massive fan during those years, and it seemed like you were very much.
I have Kiki.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael
Casual.
J. Fox.
Oh yeah. Hey Sarge, what are you doing here?
Hey Sarge, what are you?
Here's my new one, Daniel Day-Lewis.
I love that so much.
From There Will Be Blood. This is my son and partner HW. That's pretty good, Dana.
I have a competition problem.
I have a competition.
It's not that others fails, I should win. You did that. Speaking of that, drink your milkshake. I love that. Daniel Playview as a sketch. Can you give us? You want to go into it for a second?
I'm an oil man.
I'm an oil man.
I'm an oil man. That was like the thing that you would just repeat to get into it.
Yeah.
So like all day, I was going, I'm an oil man.
Yeah.
I'm an oil man.
That's perfect.
That was the other thing that drove me nuts. The writers. it was like
nuts.
It's like, this is down in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's like I'm doing a voice, so I'm working on saying Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then for some reason they change it to Kenosha.
Right before air or something.
Right before air, and I go,
Kenosha.
why'd you guys change it to Kenosha? And it was like, oh, we just liked Kenosha. And I was like, I'm doing a voice.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in. It's not a
County.
thing I can kind of it's not malleable in a way where I can just start riffing in it, or where,
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever had shit like that where you were like,
Of
why did
course.
it was like all these weird lateral moves at the last minute that would throw you, and then they're like, you blew it.
Just do one phrase and repeat it. That's the key. I never.
That's me in the bathroom before the sketch. You just go in there and you go, have I prepped enough? You're like, it's coming up. Have I been fucking around? Are we at Wally and Joseph's? Are we bullshitting in the writer's room? Like, I got to go lock in and go, okay, I'm going out there. I don't want to go. Sometimes I'm out there. Even in stand-up, sometimes you're in the middle of your show. You go, fuck, I was in a groove because I've done so many shows this week, but I didn't go over it right before I went on and just think like, okay, what am I going to walk out of? You just got to, yeah.
It's fear of like being on national television going, wait, what?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, really? Seriously?
Exactly.
I don't even know what I'm reading. Did you do cold openings? I mean, because I had a lot of those right to the camera.
I did one cold open.
Those are the worst, pressure-wise.
I hated the cold open. I did one that Downey wrote where I was Spitzer.
Oh,
Elliot Spitzer. Yeah.
Governor Spitzer, and it was me talking for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just after that was done, I went and just was like, I don't think I can do that again. That was like, I was terrified.
Is it there not that many laugh lines in it, or was just too much dialogue?
It's just like, I love Jim so much, but it's dry, it's you're starting off the show doing like this dry thing.
Yeah.
It gets laughs.
They're ready to laugh.
they are pumped and excited, and the band's playing, and it's like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. And then you come out with this thing that the first 4 minutes of it is kind of like set up.
And here's a dry bit. Go.
Yes, and I love, but it worked. It's, by the way, really funny. But for my anxiety, it was like the first 4 minutes of this is like actually has no jokes in it. Just being here's the facts.
That's tough.
Yeah. You had to do that shit all the time, Dana. I feel like
Well, first of all, I just want it for SNL listeners. The cold open is when the studio is just getting ready to do the show. Someone screams out 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
Joe Dixon.
And then the studio, the rest of the show, there's ambient noise of them moving stuff around while the sketches. It's the only one where the whole studio goes dead quiet.
True.
If this doesn't go well, the show has to dig out from under it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So it's the pressure spot. I had a lot of props, and I just started waving my arms a lot. Got a dag and gabbity bat. You know, I was just to survive.
Well, you had to. You got to get it going.
That has like an energy to it.
Yeah, it had high energy.
Makes everyone have
eventually.
fun.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're doing Bush and stuff, the minute it would come on, we were always like, yeah, but it was like a big character. But it was when it was a thing, like a topical thing.
Yes, and Elliot Spitzer was not as it was only a big story
week.
For a week, and no one knew what he talked like.
It was, I think after that I was in cold opens, but it was like we now bring you to Congress hearing of
Yeah.
There was one time I had to go into the booth because I recorded a thing for the pre-tape. The scroll like. This week in Alabama, blah, 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 whatever current thing happened. And they ran to me and they go, the tape's not working. You got to go do it live. So I ran into the booth, put my headphones on, and it's just everyone yelling and screaming. Is he in the booth? Is he in the booth? And I'm like, I'm here right now. It's like, all right, and go. Now we're live.
Oh, that Don Pardo booth over there?
Yeah. And there's no scroll. So I just have the script and I'm reading over black because something went wrong. So I'm reading over black. I'm trying to remember what I did. I did it Thursday, not Saturday. And I'm going, okay, I do the whole thing. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And the sketch starts and I go to sit down. Pardo's in there. I sat on Pardo.
Don Pardo?
And Pardo goes, get off of me.
Get off of me, Bill Hader.
The great Don Pardo. Get off my foot.
So the whole time I was doing that, he was just sitting on the thing in that small booth, and I didn't see him because I was so freaked out. And then I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, Don, I'm sorry.
It's like he's on the toilet and you sit on him. You're like, oh,
hysterical.
Rob Schneider.
Jim Belushi.
Jim
Melody
He goes, Jim Belushi.
You've heard that, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. Someone underlined Jim.
Oh, no.
Jim Belushi.
As a dick move to Jim Belushi.
We can't do everything about you, but we should we talk about Barry or your... I think my wife did not realize that you went into Second City and was discovered in a backyard doing improv. So that might be interesting for a second. But your trajectory to SNL was sort of interesting in that way. And then your story on SNL became fascinating because you are a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Put it this way, Bill. This is what I say to people. If someone said to me Bill Hader was the greatest of all time sketch player on SNL, I wouldn't slug them in the face.
That's really sweet.
You'd have to think.
Seems like coming from you guys. Yeah.
You had a great cast, though, too. You were surrounded by solid shit.
Kristen Wiig, Andy Samberg, Jace, Will Forte, Fred Armisen, Amy Poehler, Seth Meyers, Daryl Hammond, Jason Sudeikis are your bandmates. I mean,
Maya Rudolph was there.
Maya Rudolph overlapped.
It was crazy. Yeah, I was Kenan Thompson. Kenan Thompson's actually the guy that I would sit. He would do those "What Up with That" sketches, and I was so anxious on air, and I would sit and watch him do those because I had no lines in those sketches, and I would just sit there and think like, I just need to get to be like that. How can I get that loose and have that much fun on air. Look how much fun he is having.
He doesn't seem stressed. Yeah.
I agree. I don't think I ever got there. He's like behind. His joy is just right behind his eyes, and sort of in his mouth. You just feel it.
He was the guy that when people talk about, I was like, Kenan Thompson was the guy he would do Update. I would go out on the floor to watch him do Update because I was just like, he's just such a
Bill.
He's such a. It's Kenan.
Do you have to take that?
Kenan going like, what are you saying about me? No, but he was just one of those guys that when I was always kind of knocked out by how loose he was and how much fun he had. And we would be in sketches together. Yeah. And I was like, God, he can just knock this out. It was kind of like what you were saying earlier. Like, you throw anything at him. He never seemed thrown. He was just a pro and lovely all the time. He's one of those guys he could be bullshitting with you about something totally innocuous, and then you go on live television and he destroys it, right, and then comes back and he picks the conversation back up.
I loved him.
I'm like, you know.
Yeah, you got to get ready. Yeah. Did you guys ever hear that you guys weren't that good? Because obviously now you look back and it's always different eyes.
Pretty all-star.
I want to say the Washington Post or something wrote a review my first season that was like, who the fuck, like me and Sudeikis and Forte were interchangeable.
Who do you think you are?
This is terrible. And living in New York too, you didn't, people would just, I remember a guy on a cab driver went, "Hey, SNL, you fucking suck."
Everybody has the cab drivers.
Yeah. Or like, you go into a deli and the guy's like, "They don't use you. Why don't they use you? They don't use you anymore."
They haven't even watched for 2 years.
Yeah, everyone wants to get you bitter. Yeah. Your relatives, everybody. They don't use you.
I get a guys go, "Hey, got any movies coming out?" It's like the dumbest, easiest question. I go, no. I go, "They did that wrong, Missy." I didn't see that one. Anything else? I go, "Well, it takes a year to shoot it. It takes a year to come out.
Yeah.
It takes a year to get another one." And I'm like, "So you missed this? You're 5 years behind." He's like, "Yeah, what else?" He actually said,
the guy works at a deli. What else
Where's Chris Pratt been? You never see him anymore. I go, "He was in Jurassic World and the raccoon one." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I didn't see those." I go, "Well, why am I going by you? Who the fuck? What? You're giving Chris... If he's not doing well, no one is. My God."
Yeah, I didn't see Coda. Tell me about Coda, David.
Is that the deaf one? Is this Chris Pratt in that? See, he's not in shit.
Does he play Coda?
I saw you on Saturday Night Live. I thought you were a woman. I saw that woman character guy thing you did. I thought you were a woman.
But the one I always got was, "Why don't they use you?"
I know. Why don't they use you? Because when I'm in a wig, you don't know it's me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, is that show live? Do you really take that live? When do you
guys shoot that? And then for a while, it was like, "What's Kristen Wiig's situation?"
What's her situation?
Is she a nice person?
What's his situation?
She's stuck up.
Hey, what's up with Dale Hammond?
Wow. Is he stuck up?
You think he'd be my friend?
He looks like a friendly guy.
I fancy myself on that show once in a while. I do characters with my friends.
Anyway, what do you want from the deli?
Improv. Okay, good luck with that. All right.
All right. Let's wrap it up with Bill.
Let's talk about Barry.
Barry, really quick. No, I'm kidding.
We don't need to talk about it.
Barry, everyone loves it. 30. It's an unbelievable show. It really is. It's shocking. I mean, you're this sketch player. You're so brilliant at it. You do the voice. You do Cloudy with Meatballs. This and that. And then I hear you're going to do this. I'm like, what'll that be like? I was like one of those guys. What are you going all drama for? You're fucking funny. But then the show is brilliant, and you're brilliant in it. And the first show of the first season where your character comes in and watches the acting class, and you're not saying anything, just in that moment. It was like the show just completely hooked me right there.
Yeah.
And of course, because I like people like your cast, Stephen Root. I mean...
Yeah.
So fucking great. Sarah Goldberg, Anthony Kerrigan is amazing.
Yeah, Anthony Kerrigan is NoHo Hank. That's what.
NoHo Hank.
I really love. Yeah.
And of course, Henry Winkler is so brilliant. So congratulations, Hank Winker. There's Hank Winkler. I'll say I haven't had, the nicest guy in the world. I'm at the Improv in 1981. I think a mediocre set. I go outside in the bar. I've not been on TV or anything. I just hear a voice behind me going, Stella. It was a stellar performance. And it's Henry Winkler.
Smooth as silk. You landed all your jokes.
Oh, he's so fucking nice. And that was Fonzie talking to you. You must have shit your pants, Dana.
Yeah, it was Henry Winkler. It was a big deal for him to give me that at that moment in my life.
Was Pinky Tuscadero there? Be honest.
Pinky,
sorry, that's some happy days.
Friedman was take it outside.
Hello,
take
David,
it outside.
not in the halls. Not in the
hall. Take it outside. So what do you? So this Barry thing. What do you want to say about Barry?
I think today the trailer, the official trailer came out. So
today, this comes out in 2 years.
Okay.
Bill, is this the one where you direct all of them?
No, I directed 5 of them, and So I really love directing. That's like I love doing that. It's so much fun. But it's this weird thing where people are like, "Oh, how do you act and direct?" But you kind of write a character that doesn't talk a lot.
So I have to worry about that.
Lines. And then when I get the lines, I forget them. Yeah.
It's hard to do it all. I can't even fucking act. I can't do anything.
Actually, being on SNL was, who was actually Chris Rock was the guy I was talking to. I was like, yeah, I want to direct at some point. And I asked him because he directed, and he goes, if you could do SNL, you can direct because you have to.
You sort of direct your sketches, right?
You saw your sketches.
Yeah.
So when we did the pilot for Barry, me talking to, heads of departments and props and all these things, I kind of knew I had confidence in what I wanted and stuff, but that was totally from SNL, from doing that, It's hard when they go, what kind of drapes do you want? You're like, these or these? Yeah. And you go, I'm just worried about the jokes. Yeah, you're good at going, that one. This one. You got to make 100 of those a day. Yeah, all day. And then they go, well, the ones you pick now don't work. And it's like, okay, well, which ones do work? Oh, that's great. Love it. Whatever. Yeah. But I think having that confidence, and I think the thing that SNL did, I don't know what you guys feel about, but it took that like romanticism out of like creating, and it was just like, we had to do a show on Saturday. So it was kind of like, there was no, I have to go look out a window and write in my notebook character and think about my thing. It's like, no, we're like under a table up on the 17th floor eating pizza, like scribbling real quick, or reading shit in the bathroom going, fuck, okay, I got to go do this on national television in 5 minutes, So everything seems downhill after that. Exactly. It's easy after that. Yeah.
Bill, I have a director question. Sometimes, because I've never directed anything, and I wonder when the director yells action. There's some sets I've been on where the first AD yells action, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think to be a director, the only thing you want to do is yell action. That's the whole fun thing.
I totally get that, and I've been on those sets too. I actually have like my first AD. Sometimes you have first ADs, and they're kind of like, you work well together, but you're not partners. I have this guy, Gavin Kleintop, who is like my partner in the thing. He's amazing. He's also a big film geek. So like that episode you were talking about, Dana, where you don't see the guy, I can explain to him the Karate Girl episode and go, this is the coverage I'm thinking. Yeah. He goes, I totally get it, and I'll figure out how to make that work. So he does say it, but also I'm in scenes, and there is a thing when you're working with people and you're in the scene together. A thing that I've been doing that all the actors are like, can you please stop doing it? Is because I'm writing the stuff too, is I'm mouthing the word.
Yeah.
Can I tell you who else did that? Johnny Carson.
Really?
When I was first out in this thing, because you do the prep interview, and so I would see his mouth moving along. I'm going, isn't that special? And Johnny's going, it's so special. Yeah, same thing. So,
wow.
How did you get rid of that, or that would make yourself?
Henry was very sweet. Like, Bill, you're doing a great job, but it throws me a little bit when you're mouthing along with me, especially in some of these more intense scenes.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, it is like, Conan does that a little bit. When I remember being on Conan a couple times.
Conan. Yeah, Conan will do it again. Yeah, I didn't want to say Conan because he's a good friend.
No, but I'm saying as someone who does it,
But listen, when you look at that old, not to bring it back, that one Gap Girls Lay Off Me, I'm Starving. I'm so scared it won't do well and it won't do as good as Dress. I am mouthing along.
Really?
And I haven't really heard someone say that before, but now that you're saying it, I go, you can see it in the sketch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
because you're so in.
I want him to nail it so perfectly, and I'm like, fuck.
Nail this, and please make sure this works. And I think everybody kind of thinks like we're just having fun up there, but it's like there's so much pressure.
But I didn't know I was doing it, and probably you didn't know.
I had no idea I was doing it, and I've had Stephen Root and Henry Winkler both said,
everyone from
with us.
Call sheet.
please stop mouthing along with us. And I'm like, I am so sorry, but you're just so locked in to what's happening.
Do you like one hallmark of a show that's really working is that there's no weakness. Like every actor on Barry seems like that's the person that had to play that part, and they're so good. So you psychologically and with all your experience, do you change your directing style depending on who you're talking to in terms of like that little note right before you go, trying to give them confidence?
I mean, like Stephen Root and Sarah Goldberg are theater people, very theater trained, and so you don't. They come in pretty prepared. Sarah especially, like she is super prepared. So it's like gentle, like, oh, maybe have like a little private moment in the middle of this, or maybe try this. But and then Henry is kind of free flowing, kind of So
emotional,
and so he's kind of he needs more. Like we did a scene this season where he has to enter it really angry. And so he was like, I could see him being angry and stuff. And so he was taking a broom and throwing it on the ground. And I was like, oh, good. Can make sure props has a broom there for him. We'll never see it, but he needs something to just kind of go smash something and then enter the scene, And,
okay.
And, it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of it is you try to stay out of their way, but then I do in that way of like, because I'm also acting in it, it's a thing I've had to try to rein in, is I can't help but be like, and this is also at SNL, I had no problem if it was a sketch I was like, it's more like we were saying about Downey, it's more like the rhythm is this.
Yeah.
Actors don't like that.
No.
That's a fine line.
Do you know what I'm saying? Where at SNL, I don't know about you guys, but I had no problem going to Andy or somebody and going like, it's
Oh yeah, and people would ask for it. If you were the writer of the sketch, I would ask like, "Well, what are you thinking here?"
Yeah,
what do you?
We did the Casons, which is one of that's the hardest. That's John Mulaney's favorite sketch we ever wrote. It died at Dress, but the whole thing is rhythm.
Like the whole thing is rhythm.
The whole thing
There's
is rhythm.
nothing else.
There's nothing else to it but rhythm. So,
Casey Kasem, father, son.
But then you did it at Largo.
The ne'er-do-well son.
Yeah, we did it at Largo with you. Yeah, you were there. Yeah.
We if the audience doesn't hook the premise, and sometimes at SNL it just gets lost that first 30 seconds. What is going on here? And then it but it was a quiet sketch and very dry. But at Largo, we really set it up. We had them on our side.
We were surprised. The point, that thing on Barry is like, you can't go, hey, the rhythm is this. Because people will go, please don't tell me how to.
Some people literally go, give me a line reading.
Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. Not so much on Barry, but sometimes Henry will be like, just tell me how you want me to say it. But everybody's a little different. And mostly I just know, you guys know from acting and things, the biggest thing I think is actors just don't want to look like idiots. They don't want to look foolish. They want to make sure and they want confidence. Like I've never understood.
That's it.
I've worked with directors that their whole thing is kind of browbeating you.
Yeah,
thing
weird,
and you never
right?
understand it. And so to me, it's just like, but at the same time, smart actors can kind of sniff out if everything's great. That's not good either.
Yeah.
Where it's like, beautiful. I love it. People.
Yeah, Fred Wolf would always go, "Oh, that's great. That's really great. Really great. Oh, that's just incredible." You might want to just try this one thing, which I appreciate that about him. I was never in a movie with him like David, but I think that that is the challenge of being a director. I had a director would give me 10 notes between takes, 10, and it was just like it turned into nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
More energy, less energy.
Yeah, or people being like, very precious about the words. I could see sometimes of an actor's like, struggling with a line. You can go, just say it and how you would say it, but here's the information that we want to get across is this.
Right. I've been locked into lines. They get really mad if you change one word.
What's that?
One word. Where you doing, and they change, if you change one word because it sounds more real, and they go, no, we got to do the whole thing over, and you go, what happened? You go, you flip these two, and you go, it's the same exact thought.
Yeah,
I get it's your writing, but
no, I had that once on a show or a movie where the writer was directing and came over and was like, there's a comma there for a reason. And I was like,
yeah, exactly.
It's not that good.
Yeah. Trying to spice it up.
I'm trying to give it, but as long as the general thing is there, I'm not that stoked on if we can find something better. Yeah. Sarah Goldberg and Anthony Kerrigan especially are two people who can come in and will come up with lines, or say Anthony will just improvise it. But Sarah was like, hey, I was working on it and I was thinking maybe I could say this, and this. And I'm like, oh yeah, try that,
That's perfect. Yeah. So it's not over rehearsed and they could just do it.
Just try stuff in a way. But then, I've done this too, though, where you improvise a thing and it's like, now we're getting way off course.
Yeah.
The story is this, you guys are going over here. Can we, so it's like it's like a nice balance, I think, of that, with people. But I do think when you're acting with people, it's hard because they're scene partners telling them what to do, so that's I'm always very conscious of that, when.
Yeah. I wonder, have you done a Woody Allen movie? I guess no one does it anymore, but he's sorry to be facetious. Yeah, because
a large mallet.
Yeah.
Andre Previn.
John Cusack told me once, he goes, you sounds like you're acting, so you should try to make it seem like you're not like just acting, because it's
that was a note.
Yeah, but it's maybe the writer, which would be me. No, you're a wonderful actor.
You're a beautiful, intelligent woman.
Boy. Yeah. You're a beautiful, intelligent boy.
But talk about a writer-director. So it looks like, if I had to guess, you'll do whatever seasons of Barry, and then you'll be out on the reservation being a film director, which you dreamed of at age 10.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but it's fun, it's a weird circuitous road to the thing that you always wanted to do, but it's fun.
How fun that you get to do a show and you get to be in it, and what a blast.
And so it represents your sensibility, what you want. You're working with like-minded people, your partner Alex.
And it's dark, and this season especially is incredibly brutal at times, but I don't know, it's nice to kind of have that in it, and it just feels right. Again, it's that instinctive thing. It's like we're talking about death and people getting murdered and stuff.
Yeah. I wondered about that watching season 1 and season 2, the darkness and the lightness and the comedy beats, right on the edge. You must have been thinking about that as you go along. How funny can this be before it takes us away from the story? Always threading the needle with that, but doing it beautifully. It's working, Yeah,
this season was definitely like, oh, let's push that maybe a little bit when you're trying to be honest with what the material is.
Just go at that.
But sometimes I wonder if it's just getting older. You see friends getting older, people are dying.
You want to go darker.
Like, I got to start to be,
yeah.
Life happens, and it's like, oh, if I'm going to do this, we should be kind of honest about it. Where I feel if I did the show in my 20s, it'd be a little bit more glib.
Right. Yeah. It's an inevitable trajectory as life beats you up. Bad shit really happens on this planet and to everybody.
Yeah, this stinks.
Wow. Wow.
Stinks.
Well,
I don't like
anyway,
this.
we're finished with part one.
Bill,
we're going to take a short break. Our guest today is Bill Hader.
Bill's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Bill,
I had okay.
Bill, do you have anything more you want to say? Because we loved having you. I had a great time.
Oh, man, it's like awesome being here. And yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm being genuine. It's very cool getting to talk to you guys. I'm still, it's just awesome.
I'm up on the ladder from you. I'm up. David's a half step down from me, and you're the other way down. So, thank you. I'm an elder at this point, which is great. But look how fit I am. I mean, it's amazing. My energy. I look startling.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I know you can't see it, listeners. No, I feel good. I'm working on a scripted podcast with my sons, which is so much fun. It's like making a movie. Very difficult, just all voice acting and effects, but I'm having a blast doing that. It's called The Weird Place. David, a little plug before we go. This will be our biggest episode.
Oh, yeah. Go on the road and watch me at davidspade.com. No, I'm kidding.
Dana, wait, do you know that your impression of your sons is the Californian's voice?
I was flattered that Fred Armisen told me that. I thought it could. I mean, I feel that voice was in the ether, but it was pretty much all we're going to do today. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you impersonating your son.
Yeah.
And the first time they did that sketch, he was doing a different voice.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then he switched it out. Oh.
And then at dress, he came out and went, wait a minute. And we all were like, if you see it, I think it's online, Kristen and I are going, funny. What is he doing?
That's what.
And we both lose it.
That's what that sketch, when it first hit me, that you were all going to do that voice and then talk about how to drive around L.A., that just hit me like a ton of bricks. It was so fucking, I'm going to take Fountain and I'm going to
go. Well, it was a bit we did when we would come back from LA and you would be at the table waiting for Lauren to show up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then everybody would go, hey, I just went to LA. And it's like, and then someone would go, how'd you get there? And it's like, well, I took 4 or 5 down to the.
But to do with those voices, no, I'm going to take 405.
No, but that's your impression of your son.
Welcome to the show. Obviously, we didn't get to talk about Jimmy Kimmel last week. We'll talk about him this week in a minute.
In a few minutes, we're going to weigh in on that entire situation. And I don't want to brag, but probably our point of view will be the wisest, maybe.
Or just most important.
Most important. So anyway, to more important news, hey, how was your weekend, co-host?
So when I did this show this weekend, it was for Farm to Veterans. So, it's a charity show in Chicago. This guy, Tom Tran, was on the show with me. He went first. And it's funny because he had to kind of host the whole thing. And he showed us these glasses he had on. I go, that was a mouthful out there. He goes, oh, yeah, just put these glasses on. And the teleprompter's in them. Have you seen those?
Oh, yeah. Very hip.
I have not seen those. Is that what Mark Zuckerberg's working on? Something like that?
The Meta glasses are a miracle, really, for people who are blind. They just make you... My mother-in-law is 94 and has trouble seeing, so she'll hold up a can of something and say, Meta, what's in there? And it'll read the ingredients.
Oh, I thought it was just like, Meta, what's on Facebook? And it would show it right there.
I think it's all that too. I think you just walk around with the glasses, you put down your iPhone and just walk around with them. You just go, Meta, show me CNN.com right now, and it will show up and you'll hear it. Yeah.
So I was also reading up on Jimmy Kimmel and a million other things on Yahoo News.
Oh,
turned into my mom. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, there was some dopey story. So I went to their comments. I've already made one move. I went to the comments. They love that.
Okay.
What are people saying about this? And it could be something, about the poop cruise, or it doesn't have to be anything important. I'm just like mindlessly drifting through, and people have thousands of comments about different things about the poop cruise or whatever.
Millions.
And then I go, oh, I have a funny joke I'm going to put in. And I click on it and it says, would you like to join our crazy community of people that comment on Yahoo News? I go, no, thank you. I mean, they're making another thing I got to do. I'm going to really. So then I go, I know, listen, I do have a lot of free time. I either have too much free time or none. But when I have too much, I don't still have the time to click it and log it and think of a password and give them my fucking email. Immediately, you got to give me your email for anything.
Oh, yeah.
They can fucking carpet bomb you.
Land and grab. My thing is like sometimes one of the things I subscribe to anyway. Hey, would you like to weigh in, Dana? It's just sort of like, whoa, hold on.
Hey, Dana, you've got some stupid shit
Dana,
to say.
what do you have to say? And I'm a celebrity with a small c, but what is it? Is it like, hey, Brad Pitt, want to make a comment? I don't know.
Hey, Bradley. Yeah.
Cooper.
And going all that way to make a comment about something dumb that no one cares about. I go, but man, thousands of people are doing it.
Yeah, millions. I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah, I sound condescending, but it's like, I like when people say the word wrong. I'm condescending.
I would just say,
I want to get orientated. Orientated is a word, I think. Wait.
Yeah, orientated.
But there's another one people say that I don't
reorientated. I would just say this about all this stuff, and I know it's not a newsflash. Yeah. Check yourself. If going online and being angry and posting and doing all this stuff makes you happy, go for it. If it makes you sad or furious, you might want to tamp it down a little bit, because these algorithms, these machines, first they got us all hooked in like 2010, 11, 12, and it was just sort of to buy things and go here and there. And now it's to incur rage. And the algorithms know now that rage is the emotion that makes them the most money. So we are all
5 emotions on the board. Rage, number one.
So we're in a science fiction movie where these robots are making us really, really mad. Mm-hmm. I know this isn't new, but check yourself, man. I see people who are so in a state of hysteria about politics or anything or climate change or whatever. But, once in a while, give your brain a rest. That's my hot take.
It's a fucking boiling take.
All right. Should we talk about Jimmy Kimmel?
Why not? Jimmy, who is a friend of both of ours. That's why it's hard to talk about these things, because, he's a buddy. I have a picture of me and Jimmy in my house. Do I have one of me and you? Yeah. Buried, turned like this.
I don't really go out much. There's not many of me photos of me. I'm underground, man. I'm just kind of
I got a picture of me and you in here. Don't you worry.
When people say to me, oh my God, it's Dana Carvey, I go, calm down. I'm pathetically normal. That's the phrase that really? Yeah, I'm pathetically normal. There's nothing here for you. Jimmy Kimmel, though, I think also it's good to take a knee sometimes, not comment right away. Because now we're commenting after his monologue last night, which I thought was tremendous. I really thought it was perfect, and it was emotional. I mean, I'm reading it here, and this really about his thing.
Yeah, read some of it, because I didn't see it.
Yeah, about his statement, because when there's a shooter, each side wants it to be, from the other side. That's the competition. Oh, that's politics. That means you're all the shooter. So
all you guys are bad.
Yeah, that's the game going on.
That's the quick thing.
So he made a statement. He said, that was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make. So he said, but to some that felt ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I would have felt the same way. So that's a, what's the word assessment. Apology? I don't know. That's a kind of a pointed, hat in hand, but that's definitely, it's clear thinking, I think, and it's both sides itis, which is great. And, and before I go into the whole FCC part of it, I was really moved. I saw the Charlie Kirk's widow, and, I'm familiar with, tragedies and things like that. So she really moved me, and she did Jimmy Kimmel.
I did hear you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you believe in the teachings of Jesus as I do, there it is. That's it. A selfless act of grace, forgiveness from a grieving widow. And it touched me deeply. That's Jimmy. If there's anything we should take from this tragedy to carry forward, I hope it can be that and not this. So I thought it was just, and he was emotional about that because that thing, in the end of the day, we're all Americans. Somebody got assassinated, and ideally we just come from it rather than political points. We just sort of take a grace.
It's
moment.
sad and move on. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own thoughts about it. But yeah, I agree. I mean, and the freedom of speech thing is so murky and muddy and is
well, it's not a hot take for us to say we're all for freedom of speech.
Sure.
Well, yeah. When the Ku Klux Klan could walk down the streets and say whatever they wanted, it was when I was a little kid, it was like, oh, you have to allow speech you really don't like for freedom of speech.
Right, but I don't think they do that anymore. I think there's hate speech, and then who decides what's hate speech? Is it someone that you disagree with? That's hate to me. It's not hate to you.
Yeah.
And also people, I mean, when you're on SNL, Charles Rocket got fired for saying fuck and
fuck.
You always, like you say, there's layers to it. Like when I go on talk shows, I don't say whatever I want. I say, I'm going to talk about these things. They said, well, I'd rather you not. Why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about this? I wouldn't say that. And it's just so woven into your everyday of what is free speech. There's no, I mean, if some boss above you, people get fired and things like that. I was glad Jimmy didn't get fired. He got sort of a slap on the wrist, and it's FCC, then it's affiliates, then it's advertisers. You're answering to so many people, and if they don't agree with you, then I think everyone has a boss, and they say, I don't like what you're saying. So, and he's very strong in his opinions, so he says them, but they took a pause, and then I guess they fixed it. But I didn't say anything because I don't think he's going to be fired for that. I think they're going to say, hey, come on, let's stop.
No, it's basically
take a breath here.
Basically one line. It is there's different layers to this. Just the first one, the chairman of the FCC, which is, maybe it's archaic or whatever. It's public broadcasting. It's ABC, CBS, NBC. It's not cable. It's not John Oliver. It's not HBO.
Oh, it's just
just those for the public good. But when the guy came out, and I would say to him, to his face, I say, when you say, regards Jimmy Kimmel's, whatever that's going to happen to him, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's like,
weird.
That's,
when do those guys talk anyway? This guy's like on podcasts. I'm like, why am I seeing this guy talk? You don't see him a lot. Am I crazy?
Right. No, just be the FCC chairman.
And he kind of steps in shit when he talks. Yeah. It's like, oh, now we get to analyze everything you said.
Right. And so that push buttons for both sides, really. Ted Cruz came out, no, take it easy. Let's slow down. And, when I did the Dana Carvey show, I like to bring things back to me, but this is 97 and we're after Home Improvement, and we did some Clinton with Teets and something that crushed the ratings and offended a lot of people. So we immediately started losing advertisers. We immediately started losing affiliates. And so we lasted 8 episodes. Affiliates.
I know. I don't even know what I say affiliates all the time. I don't even know what they are.
Stations,
Stations in cities. Chattanooga.
Yeah, stations in
WKRP.
Cities. And so a lot of those stations, I don't know, some in Portland and Seattle didn't do it, but I thought in conservative states, they might be more prone to that. But
sure.
I wish the FCC chairman hadn't said that, But I think that Jimmy's talk last night, I think, kind of put it in a completely different tilt, a different conversation.
Yeah, I would say not as much of an apology. So he didn't really have to say he's apologizing. It's more of just a level-headed discussion.
Oh,
he was probably heated the first day when he was doing his monologue, of course. Mm-hmm. We all do that.
Yeah, I mean, I looked up this a little bit, and it kind of started like I did, because there's two kinds of, I looked it up, took 5 seconds, but like we do parse our words, because I never want to be up there like, hey, I'm on TV and my opinion really matters. That's just me personally. So I'm very, very careful about teaching the audience. Yeah. I'm always going for the laugh. I'm not saying this in a self-congratulatory way, because sometimes you go, I want to weigh in on that. And we do in our own way. But it kind of started in the early noughts. Jon Stewart, who's brilliant at The Daily Show, really started going after Cheney and Debbie and all that. And that was a very political show, very funny. And then it continued. And it's for us from the Carson era. You know, we were just looking for laughs and this and that. But so there, and Greg Gutfeld does the right, you know, so this is a whole different era we're in. But I try to think the last time the country was completely united, I'm going to give you a chance to guess.
I would go back to 9/11. I don't know.
That's it.
Oh, no,
that's
really?
it.
Okay.
Politics went out the window. And you kind of have to remember that when we don't have buildings falling down, you know.
Yeah.
We're Americans first, and we argue and we go crazy at each other. But if someone attacks us, that's when we go, okay, hold on. Hey, what?
Right. But I would go out on a limb and say it's still a great country overall. I'd rather be here than other countries. But that's controversial. So
now I'm thinking if you say America's a great country, that'll light up Twitter and stuff.
No.
Fuck you, man. I'm meaning it in the context I'm saying it.
I like you're even explaining it. It's so funny. It's true, though. People get so mad about it. Like, back to, I have a tragically stupid bit I could do for you, but it's too much of a change up from this.
And I have a bit that I thought of that I'm going to give to you because you're the guy.
Okay, good. Give me that first, and then that'll bomb, and then I'll do the one.
Well, I was laughing, at your Jason Statham.
Oh yeah, the clip we had last week.
It's funny that he just says the title of the movie, and that's kind of basically, I'm the beekeeper, or, I'm the working man. So I thought, what if he had an unwieldy thing? I'm the baker, and then you did after me. I'm the baker down the street who specializes in apple pie. It's very unwieldy, but he has to say it menacingly. I'm the baker down the street who specializes in apple pie.
Oh, I'm the... You mess with the wrong baker, because I work down the street at the cobbler store, and it's kind of kiddie corner from where you, well,
then but say especially, I specialize in apple pie, like you, I'm going to kill you.
No, I can't remember the whole bit though.
But I'm the baker down
there you go.
the
You
street.
do it better anyway.
I don't think so. I go Michael Caine immediately. I'm the baker down the street. And I specialize in apple pie.
Okay, that's
like it's a threat.
Yeah, that was a beekeeper's good because, like you said, keep it fucking simple. We did some pickups on Busboys this weekend because there's some questions when you see it, like questions we try to answer, like why did you do this movie? What is this movie? I don't understand this movie.
Oh, clarity. Yeah,
yeah. So we did some clarity, and it was kind of fun to be back in the wig, snug it on, a little WD-40 in my head.
WD-40 doesn't go like...
It's got that little straw.
Does it?
It's got the straw in mine.
It's got the straw, but it doesn't go...
No.
All right.
But the squeaky
wig got it
wig
attached to your skull, then what happened?
Then what happened? Don't be so unenthused. Then what happened? I did some pickups, more clarifying, not reshoots, just like, this... Now listen. Is it fucking Casablanca? I don't know. What's a good movie? Is it Inception? We got to answer all the questions.
Christ's sakes, what are we doing
Spudley,
here?
What are you making? Dumb and unbelievably dumber?
What is this? Return of the Pink Panther Part 17? What are you going for here in this thing,
Anything with Dennis. We can't go a goddamn show without Dennis. It's so
I
great.
know. This is,
All right, I'm going to do an act out for you. Ready? I watch those Locked Up Abroad shows where you go through customs and everyone's trying to smuggle shit and they never learn. You smuggle stuff in through the TSA. Okay, that's the setup, right?
Okay, that's the setup. Got it.
So the guy brings a suitcase full of I get alerted in my earpiece. I'm the customs guy, right? This is going to fucking bomb. I'm the customs guy.
I love it.
And then I get alerted. This guy's got in the x-ray machine 20 pounds of cocaine. So they walk up to me and I go, hey, how you doing today? Friendly. And they're nervous. What are we doing here? Let me check out that passport. Okay. Oh, Brazil. fun. A lot of cute girls there. I wish I was in Brazil right now. It's a fun time. So what do we got going here? A little business trip, a little pleasure. I already know already. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, it's business. Okay. All right. Well, do you mind if we take a little look-see in here? Just typical. We pull random people out. Just unzip it, check it. You don't mind if I take? I'm sure everything's fine. Oh, boy. Oh, my shoulder's so sore. You got to get a purple one. You know, my friend has a purple suitcase. Zip, 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 zip. Open it up. It seems fine here. Let me just dig through it a little bit. That's all. Oh, I know in my head he's got 20 pounds of cocaine. Anything you want to tell me? Anything? It's all good. It's all good. Should I keep digging? Doesn't matter. Oh, you got a teddy bear here. Oh, any reason it weighs 80 pounds? Take him away. But I build up trust. I'm friendly the whole time. That's what they do.
No, that's a funny observation. They do that. What's going on here? You see a guy lighting a bong.
And the guy's like sweating.
Hey, guys having a little party? I assume they're trained at some place in that pattern. Probably their first attempt in class might be terrible. Hey, what are you doing? No. Got to come in soft.
Yeah. What they want to say is, this guy looks guilty from my racial profiling. Can you come over here? So they can't say that. So they go, hey, we're randomly pulling people that are drenched in sweat out of the line.
I'm going to my favorite place today. I'm going to the airport.
You are not.
Yeah.
No, Dana.
I love it. Oh, shoes, keys, everything comes out. Laptops, watches, belts, and
Dude, Heather made the mistake this week. She brought water. What a criminal. Didn't you bring your water through?
That's okay. I was going to refill it.
She was going to refill it, but the guy's like he caught the big fucking mob boss. And she's like, right, my water. Yeah. What do you want me to do? Can I just fucking go? And he's like, oh, I wish it was that simple. Don't you remember 9/11?
Not much.
He's like, I don't remember them throwing water on anyone. So then she has to go back, dump it. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, but here's the secret.
Yeah.
I saw it in Denver. My mother-in-law, we were going through the Denver airport. My mother-in-law walks fine, but it's like 7 miles to get to the gate.
Oh, Denver's
ridiculous. Anyway, so my wife and I are behind her, and we have a guide with her, and we're just blowing through doors. We're just going everywhere.
We have a guide.
A guide taking us past this, waving at me. Everybody's happy. Go, go, go. That's the way to go through it. Otherwise, it's like, how you guys doing today?
You know what the worst part is? The guy goes, like, if you get a greeter and they get like 8 bags, they go, okay, beep, beep. The guy goes, hey, I got us a little cart because it's about a mile. And I go, no, I want to walk. We got an hour. He's like,
yeah.
Huh? And I'm like, you can ride if you want. No, I'm going to walk with these guys. Then I tipped the lady because she pulled her card up that I didn't ask for. Anyway, then we walk and the guy's like, all he's thinking is, why does this prick want to walk? And I'm like, because I'm going to sit for 6 hours, dude.
Well, and also you going through and you're David Spade, you look like Miss America or something. They're all walking. Hello, I'm on TV.
So obvious. Yeah. Beep. They're always like, man, get the fuck out of the way. We got whoever this is.
Yeah, it's the guy from that thing that you saw on that thing over
you
that
better,
time.
You know him.
You know him. Come on, man.
Oh, Heather, like this one. We did our reshoots the other day or whatever we called them. And we're at this little beach bungalow. I don't want to give the whole movie away.
I'm already.
Heather knows the guy that rents you the place. This is all our favorite term, inside baseball. Meanwhile, it's never about baseball. Mm-hmm. So he goes, he's a guy, nice looking guy with big hot dog bags under his eyes, right? This is other people's words. So perfectly, well, he's an older gentleman and he owns the 4 little shacks on the beach. We were looking for sort of an inexpensive little apartment.
He bought in 1958. Go ahead.
Honestly, he's had it for 40 years. 40 years.
So he paid $38.
So actually, it was like a good colored blue. It looks like such an artiste. Anyway, it just looks cool. And it's the kind I used to dream of staying in, a little tiny crash pad, go to the beach every day.
Good.
So he's there and he goes. And of course, they rent it, so they're supposed to be nowhere near the premises, right? They're supposed to be nowhere near. Anyway, he's right in front.
Yeah, and he's right in front. He's supposed to get lost, pal. We're paying for
Which one of you people's famous?
That's what he says?
And I go, and we're all just looking around. I go, well, we all are. We're all just trying to make a movie. No one's really that famous. And then Heather goes, oh, he was on Saturday Night Live. And he goes, oh, zeroes in on me. Okay. Really squinting and trying to soak me all in. Nothing's registering. Like not enough. But okay, maybe I'd take your picture with me. I go,
what's
please,
that accent?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what he sounded like. No, I don't know.
I was hoping he'd say, hey, did you know that Dana Garney guy, that church lady guy? That guy was a kick in the pants.
No.
You know him?
No. Then you are a kick in the pants. But it is not. He's just an older landlord. And then he goes,
right.
I'd take your picture with you. I go, take my picture with me? Yeah. Okay. So we take a picture. Then he's like, and I know he's starting to send it around like, who the fuck is this guy? And then he goes, what's your name? And I tell him.
He's getting his accent's getting more Mediterranean.
Red, I don't know. It's a little all over the place.
No, I like it.
And then he goes, spell it. It's getting more humiliating. I'm like, well, we got to shoot in a second, but yeah, here it is, blah, blah. Then I leave, and then he's got Heather, and now he's grilling Heather on, why am I famous? What have I done? Am I really famous?
What that guy do? That guy doesn't seem funny to me.
Oh, spell my name 3 times. Yeah. And then still when I leave, he's like, and I'm like, why do you need the spelling? You're going to fucking tag me on TikTok? Dude, you just don't worry about it. You got the picture. Show it to someone. At some point, someone will go, yeah, okay, I know who that guy is.
Would you guess that guy's retired or working full time?
He's retired. He's renting all those out, and
and he's happy as a clam.
And then each little beach bungalow has like 2 beat up chairs from Tangs made of wicker for the last 40 years. And one of the crew guys is sitting on one, and I see him. It's way down the end. He's like this. I know he's like, I don't like it, but I'm not going to say anything.
He's like the beekeeper. I'm the beach keeper.
I'm the beach keeper.
I attack celebrities with stupid questions.
Beach keeper is great.
I'm the beach keeper, and I annoy celebrities.
And I'm like, can someone give this guy his $24 for the half-day rental so we can just wrap it up with him?
I think here's an observation. He's a senior retired. When my dad retired, the minutia of he and my mom, what they would talk about. He'd be in a grocery store. Oh, Jesus Christ, why do they have the water over here? What's that about? Or driving down the street. The parking lot they put in. Why'd they put in a parking lot? So everything was just like, what?
The spots are so skinny.
Yeah. Oh, look, a tree. What about it? It's a tree, that's all.
And then she has an opinion too. I like trees here.
This store's our favorite, but they moved where the water was. We don't know why. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do they have to change things?
And then he goes, oh, I'm sorry, we boring you, LA boy? And you're like, sort of.
He said to me once, and I kind of agreed with him. He goes, oh, music was simply better in the 50s.
Probably.
Frankie Avalon. Well, I don't know. I like the Beatles, but.
Yeah.
But that guy, it sounds like you ran into a retired guy with a capital R, living off rents. And so to you, you were like a shiny object, like, oh my God, something new. They have cameras, and this guy was on television. I don't have a fucking clue who he was until Heather told me. Who's Heather? His friend said he's on TV, but I go, he doesn't look like he's on TV.
She promised he's famous. She promised.
And really famous. I want to get Adam Sandler. I get David Spudley.
Yeah, the last guy he rented that place to is Red Skelton. Also, Charlotte McKinney's in it, and she had a scene in that place. And I wanted to say it was Margot Robbie because she's blonde. And I couldn't do it because she would have killed her. But then later she said, I said, did you ever talk to a guy? She goes, the owner? I go, yeah. She goes, yeah. I go, did he have a lot of questions? She goes, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Because he's just zeroing in, and then the director he found, what else have you directed?
What do you do? Just point camera?
Everything
Dennis
was quite not enough to impress him.
He's the last guy he found out on was Buddy Hackett circa 1967, okay?
Here, I'll tell you a good joke.
I just like the Red Skeleton reference.
I already told you, this is another punchline. They were on Family Feud in the old days, and they had the grandma, at the end, and they go, name someone known for spooky movies. And this is, by the way, in the 80s. So someone says Bela Lugosi, and it was a ding. And then they go, come on, grandma. And she's like, and she's got the last X, and she goes, Red Skeleton?
Skeleton.
And everyone goes, and they're like, okay, hopefully. And he goes, Shh. He didn't even get to show me Red Skeleton because his name is Red Skeleton.
Oh, Red Skeleton. Now, for those people who don't know, he was this comedian from the 40s in movies, and then he had a show, and he had these two characters.
Yeah.
And he'd say, good night and God bless. So
he was like, yeah.
I played the Golden Nugget in Reno. Red Skeleton was
the headliner?
No, he was just there a lot. So I'm in this suite they gave me in the bed, and there's just a gigantic black and white photo of Red Skeleton, right? I'm trying to go to sleep, and he's like lording over me. And then I go backstage, and they used to torture an elephant. They had a trained elephant that would jump around. And the only thing that was left was this big metal thing attached to the cement and the chain that I guess Clarence was attached to, and they didn't remove it. Right before I go on, I got to see an animal torture device. Okay,
fuck those.
That's a
don't get me going on animal torture.
Don't like it.
I'd rather have them torture Red Skeleton. All right, so let's get to some videos of news, and then we'll wrap up.
Get to the airport,
and we'll get you out of here.
All right, I'm good.
A single night. I'm going to read this. A single night of poor sleep can make you 60% more reactive to negative emotions the next day. I would say it would make you more negative, just straight up the next day.
Well, maybe the reason this person's having poor sleep is because they're just redundantly thinking negative thoughts.
Or he's doing what I do on every road gig, where the fucking sun goes in your eyes right when you wake up at 6 a.m, and he didn't close them all the way. Look, the sun goes
his
right.
neck is bent up. He's got bright light in his face, and he's just going, why didn't I sleep well?
Oh, that guy. I thought it was Zac Efron, but I think that's just an AI tired guy. Is that what you have to put in ChatGPT? Give me a tired guy.
It's unbelievable. That's definitely AI, man.
Fucking AI. Get out.
That's fucking AI. That's fucking AI, bro.
It's AI, man.
Say, AI, man, bro. No, chill. I want to be that guy. Oh, it's cool, bro. Chill, man.
Nothing's chill.
I got you. I got your back, bro. Whatever you want, man. I get it for you. Hey, it's chill. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you so much. Whenever
You're the fast talking con guy in a movie.
Well, I do. I've always been generous because I lived off tips, but when I tip now, people are more appreciative because of fucking inflation and the world's so expensive. And sometimes I'll get 20 stacked in my jacket, and I'm just like hitting people sometimes going in, going out. And he goes, yo, bro, I got to thank you, man. Times are tough, and I know you've given me 4 20s today, but could I get another one?
Make it an even 5.
Why don't we make
stingy
it?
Fuck.
Could you make it a C note? And I go, I don't have anything on me. Well, then fuck you, bro. You know what?
Yeah, hoard it all. Take it with you. I will say you're not going to get written up in the Daily Mail by tipping under 100%, and you won't even get written up then. You need to leave $5,000 or something. That's a good trick to be like, hey, publicist, just left $5,000 tip at fucking Bennigan's. You know what to do.
I think
you know what to do.
It's right and just if you have a few, what do you call it, beans in your jeans?
Yeah, spread them around.
So at this hotel I stay at in LA a lot, this grandmother does room service, which I used to do, bringing the tray. And it's like, and she's a grandmother. So I do help her out. Because that's like grandma is working her ass off.
You know what? I read an article about that. It said Dana Carvey shadows grandmother for a whole shift.
You can't win.
For a whole shift to study for a new movie called
Garth Won't Let Grandmother Alone.
By the way, Heather, I just dropped the lid of those papayas, and I tried to put on this thing 3 times, and that's why I said, fuck you, fucking lid. I was so mad. It fell 3 times while Dana's telling this.
What's falling? Because I adjust. I put on a hat halfway through. I'm trying to get Superman and the fly on the wall. I got the plant.
I'm adjusting.
Yeah.
I can't read fly on the wall in that box back there. But Heather, can you believe I did that 3 times right there?
That thing weighs 300
pounds. Don't put
pounds.
it back on. That's what I was trying not to do. Oh, here's my papayas. Here's a lid that slips and you can't ever get it down all the way.
This looks like an ad on Instagram.
No.
Welcome.
And then I put it on the table, which is 3 inches and this is 4. And so it just kept falling. And then I put it in falling. And you're telling that story. And I'm like, God damn, Dana, I'm going to lose him in this story about his parents talking about Whole Foods. Yeah.
Bro, I feel you, bro, man. I know what you're saying, man, because like sometimes you go for a piece of fruit and it's like not good inside, right? And you're like, you don't want to get mad at the fruit. You peel it and you go, I don't think it's going to work for me, bro, but sometimes I'll just eat it anyway, because everything that deserves it to come to fruition, no pun intended.
Fruition.
It's my new character called Bro Guy. It's a little bit of Garth. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, bro. I like the guy that constantly keeps shaking your hand before they leave. Hey, man, come on, bring it in, dude. You're fucking the best, dude. Hey, man, come on. Good to see you. Hey, best luck to you. Hey, come on, bring
Remember
it in.
those khaki pants I had that you wanted to get a hold of from the Gap?
I did get them.
Dude, they existed? They weren't changed?
No, they did. They go, only one person has ever bought these in history. He was on SNL.
The guy came in and goes, room service guy comes in and goes, man, bro, where'd you get those pants? I go, really? They're $10 at the Gap.
I told you, I liked them too.
I know. Your eyes.
You know what you're doing, dude. You look cool. All right, one more story, even though we've only done 2.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Oh, this one.
Tell me if you're into this. Okay.
Right. Should we read that first?
No, it's video.
Bad news, but Sweden has officially done it. While everyone was distracted, this is what they're
You like this or you don't like this?
Literally into your country as we speak, and this is why everything is happening by design. So that
you put a chip in your hand.
Stick around and watch.
When Elias
goes to work,
and that's the biometric,
and he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day.
I mean, this is so close to what we do anyway.
Just below the surface, in his hand.
Like to touch it?
Yeah. Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain
a piece of
Embedded in his hand is a microchip.
It's a real piece of rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all on chips.
Well, I can't get over the guy in the beginning.
You can turn it off. We get it. So he buys everything, does everything all day. It's like a credit card. Do you want it or do you not? Is it good or is it bad?
I know it's coming. I know it's the future.
You're getting one later today, so let me know. We have to get one for the podcast.
I got a little distracted for baby boomers because the guy in the beginning looked like the grandson of Dr. Smith from Lost in Space. Can we put that picture up again? Just the guy from the beginning of that thing with the slits,
first guy,
the slits for eyes. Can we put that up?
The stoner dude trying to tell the story.
Please stand by.
We'll get
Please
it up.
stand by. Because I never got past that, but I do think
Greg's
biometric chips. But then you can't get it. You can't take it out.
Well, I mean, they know where you are. I guess that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having that
Just
guy.
that
Hey,
guy.
man.
Hey. What? Yeah.
Fuck, I woke up and found this story. Do you think it's fucking nuts? Look at his mustache. It's a full McDonald's, Heather. You see
The
that?
microchips are not that exciting.
The
You're
full
fucking,
M from McDonald's.
No, bro, I'll be honest, man. I don't know if that's a real nose, a real eyes, or a real mustache, man. But just cool look.
Okay, one more, and then we got to get Dana. I gotta let you go.
We are now boarding, please. We can push back if everyone takes a seat.
We're holding for Dana Carvey to get here.
Holding for the churchly.
Okay, let's see what this
Women
is.
talks about mysterious automatic photos on iPhones. I've had that.
What's
Wild and
this?
crazy Friday night findings. We just discovered, which we already knew, that your phone, an iPhone specifically, takes an infrared picture of you with your Face ID every 5-ish seconds. And
You ever heard of this, Heather? Did we talk about this?
And it's pretty wild. Let's show you.
Okay, have your home screen.
It's on the home screen.
Not touching anything.
Nothing.
Buttons.
Okay, infrared lens on the camera. Boom, there was 1. 2. That's so wild. Okay,
Why
cover
would
the
it do
camera.
that?
Okay.
So
Oh, there was another one. Okay, nothing.
Oh, it blocks it.
Oh, it's trying. It's taking pictures of your finger. Okay, move your finger. Ready?
What does it want?
I'm not sure what I'm looking at exactly.
Well, the phone takes snapshots of you every 5 seconds when you face yourself.
Why?
And it doesn't stop? I mean, how long? I mean,
I think it does it when you flip the camera around, possibly. Is that
sometimes they do ID on my iPhone, and the little green thing shows up. And there you hold
Face
it.
ID, right?
Face ID.
And then you're so hungover, it goes, "Who are you?" And you go, "This is just a distorted version of me."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, should we leave on that clunker, or do you want to do one more?
No, let's do one more. And let's go out with a banger.
Impossible. Let's try it. Would this be this will gross you out. Okay, go ahead, play. Don't even jump ahead.
Footage of this huge hair clump that was blocking a drainage pipe.
This is Heather's drain by her
person's house in Madison, Wisconsin. So Dave Portsinger has 10 daughters,
10
and one wife. They have 3 sets of twins amongst their daughters, which is just incredible.
Jesus.
And he says the drains always get clogged.
Bus boys.
Drano. He sometimes tries to
we work in sewage and bus boys. This should be a scene.
He knows some tricks and tips.
Oh my God! Yeah,
DVD extras.
It's just he hasn't been able.
But I believe it should be able to talk.
Hired a plumber.
That thing should speak.
Huge hair clump.
Turn it
That's
off.
How evolved it is.
So 10 daughters.
I am.
And he keeps getting
hair.
He goes, I poured Drano in there. You think Drano's going to kill that monster?
Well, when did it clog? When it was like just 10 feet long? I mean, when does it just? It's still there's still more hair going in. Where's
they have to
why
tear
is
the
it
house
not backing
down?
up?
I don't know, but let me see these freak kids with the hair. Do they have any left on their head? They're all bald.
I feel like it gained sentience, which is like almost became human. And I think it was like me like hair clog, me
getting stronger.
Need more daughters with multiple shampoos per day where hairs fall out. Why are you being so specific, hair monster? I don't know. I'm not having a great day because I'm trending and I like to be secret in the sewer.
Yeah, they found me out. That one tastes like Selsun Blue. I don't like it.
Selsun Blue, good one.
You know what I like? I like Suave. Shockingly, I like Pro.
If I can get a mouthful of Prel and hair, I'm a happy sewer monster.
Prel. No one even knows what Prel is. I like that you ran with that.
Well, Prel's from the 60s, right?
So funny.
Christ's sakes, okay.
I just took the top off again, Heather. I'm doing it again because I'm going to eat this. All right. Anyway, we will tell you on the next show how it went when I took the top off for the 4th time.
Right.
Right.
We're open to any ideas. We have some exciting